Well, hey, all. Welcome to the first video update in our newsletters for Hill City Church. We've been excited to do this, talking about doing some video updates for a while now. We hope these are going to be like a lot more exciting and kind of filled with hype for what we're doing. But the time that we scheduled to film this, because we have to schedule blocks of time to film this, otherwise with all the kids in our house it would be a disaster.
We should do one some point.
We'll do one with the chaos at some point, but for this first one we were like, let's make it legit. And then it's Thursday morning, September 11th, and so we're honestly both just kind of a little shook from the shooting of Charlie Kirk yesterday. Yeah. And then honestly still processing the death of the Ukrainian woman on the train in Charlotte. Yeah. And so it feels kind of heavy to be doing like hype video, but we did want to send something out and start talking to you a little bit about, even as we're processing this, like we're processing this and thinking about it in terms of Hill City Church and what God's calling us to do. So I don't know, you want to share a little bit of kind of like what you've been processing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. This has hit me pretty hard, I think, on a lot of levels. But today feels pretty heavy. This time in our life feels really heavy. You know, not only did a wife and children lose their dad and husband, the Christian community lost someone who boldly spoke truth and was able to engage in like respectful and non-violent dialogue with people he greatly disagreed with. So man, it feels just like a really great loss. But and then it feels personal also, because our family is kind of on the precipice of
being on the front lines.
Being on the front lines more. You know, we're building rhythms in our family to engage with people who don't know the Lord, and my husband is going to be on a stage of some sort. We don't know where yet.
Maybe a box in a gym somewhere. I don't know.
Boldly preaching the gospel, and it feels very personal. It feels very heavy. But I was telling Gray even this morning, it makes me want to be more loud, not in like a repay evil for evil kind of way, but in a way of like, man, this world is so lost, and this world truly needs the hope of the gospel. And even though today feels heavy, it doesn't change who God is and what we're called to do.
Yeah, and I think that's where this connects so much to what we feel called to do in Rock Hill, because the name Hill City Church, it's a nod to Rock Hill, it's a nod to Forest Hill as being a huge influence in sending us. But it's based out of Matthew 5, 14 through 16, where Jesus says, "You are the light of the world." And he goes on to say, "A city on a hill cannot be hidden. So let your light shine before men, so that others may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven." And with such a dark backdrop of sin and evil in our world, and this just exposes us to it like few other things do, I think we're just compelled and motivated all the more to be the lights that shine brightly. Rock Hill, like a lot of places, is, I wouldn't say over-churched, because I think population-wise we still need more churches.
Sure.
You do have that sense, though, that it's over-churched in the sense that there's churches all over the place if you look. But man, we are under-gospeled. Yeah. And I think these kinds of things just remind us of the dark, like, sin, sickness in our world, that we feel compelled to run into and to plant a movement that's truly a gospel movement that reaches people far from God. Like, we're not trying to plant a Sunday service for existing Christians to have one more option in Rock Hill. And I think this just compels us all the more to want to run ahead into what God has for us at Hill City Church, to reach people who are far from God. Yeah. And so this is our first video, and if this is too much of a downer for you, I'm sorry. It's where it's at.
We're having to really count the cost.
Yeah, I think it helps us count the cost for sure.
Yeah.
But I think I shared with some students last night, and I put a little video out on Instagram this morning. You know, when Jesus says, in this world you will have trouble, but take heart, for I have overcome the world. I think these are the times where we need to hear that message and remember it.
Yeah.
And so I think for Hill City Church, as we launch into this for you, wherever you're at, take heart. Jesus has overcome the world. That's the message we're holding on to as we get started planting Hill City Church. And so we appreciate you, your prayers, your support. We'll have more updates along the way about what's really happening in the life of the Gardner family as we're trying to plant the life of Hill City Church. But today felt like more of, let's do our introduction, kind of talk for a minute, but we couldn't do that without being real as well about what's going on.
Yeah.
And so that's what we want to do. We want to help be authentically us as we follow Jesus so that we can introduce real people to the real Jesus. So we appreciate you. Two things you can do. Pray for us and give to the mission. We have a significant and a bold ask for what we're trusting God to give us as Hill City Church as we get going. And we need financial partners to jump into that game with us so that we can reach people in Rock Hill. So you can see all the information on the website or in the email. But for now, I think we'll leave it here. And until our next video update, God bless you guys. Thanks for joining us.
See ya.